Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights: Darkness over Daggerford. Last episode, we went to try and find out some more information on what is going on, and involved going through the docks to find out more about weird shipments going around. I did some looking around to try and find out what this next step is, which is there's rumors that something went wrong with the Duke dying. Couldn't figure out who I was supposed to talk to. Apparently it is one of the people over here that I didn't realize. Demetria.
Hello there, friend.
Oh, look. Did you know Duke Greatshout? How did I miss that? Aye, I knew the Duke. He used to drop in here for a drink now and again. He liked to keep on top of the rumor mill and give us folks a chance to voice our concerns. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for the town's current leadership. Matagar Bugle would never think to set foot in this place, which is probably best for him, as he's not too popular with the farmers right now. Why is Matagar Bugle unpopular with the farmers? Well, they seem to think he's not doing enough to protect them from bandits and such, and to be honest, I have to agree with him. Also, his decision to supplant Captain Frederick's militia with Dratharian's griffins is unpopular, since Frederick is so well liked in Daggerford. What do you think of the circumstances behind the Duke's death? Oddly enough, I was with the Duke when he died. Fulbar needed someone to look after some ale kegs he sent along with the hunting party. We were tracking a wild boar when the Duke became separated from the rest of the hunting party. Not soon after, the boar attacked. The whole thing happened so fast. 1 second Duke Greatshot's screaming that he's cornered the brute, the next he's... Well, you know the rest. Demetria's eyes dropped briefly to stare into the dusky contents of her ale mug, recalling the grisly scene of the Duke's mauled corpse. One thing I can't get out of my head is that blasted spear. I mean, it's lying there next to its body with its tip unattached. Now, although I run a tavern, I know my way around weaponry, and I'll swear that someone sabotaged that weapon. I mean, spear tips just don't fall off like that. It makes you think it was more than just some wild boar that killed the Duke. But I've said enough about the Duke and his untimely death. If I don't shut my trap, I might have my own run-in with a wild boar. My advice to you, friend, is to have a swig of knee cracker and let sleeping Dukes lie. Okay, so she was the one I was supposed to talk to. Yes, I had to do some looking up to find the information, I just missed the line. Clearly, I'm just an idiot. Alright then, I guess I'll need to put this on again. So that I can go into the place. I didn't realize there was going to be a 100 gold price every time I wanted to go, and I thought it was a one and done and then they'd remember me. But no! I need to wear this damn thing every time. Let me in, Dorman. There we go. And now we go see her again. Oh, Astriel.
Any word on the Duke's death?
Tell her about the suspicious circumstances of the Duke's death. Yes, that is indeed suspicious. It is looking certain that the Duke's death was no accident. This is grave news and no mistake. Once again, however, it seems that this particular line of inquiry is for the moment closed to us.
In that case, we need to keep tracking down new leads. I want you to investigate the Blackstone Inn. It's not the kind of place to take a prospective partner to, if you get my drift.
Astariel gives you a knowing look.
Oh, I don't know. I can think of a couple of halfling lasses. Well, actually, I don't think we need to be going there right now.
No. In fact, it seems to attract the scum of villainy for 20 miles or more around. I've heard one report that certain patrons have been entering the establishment, but are never seen drinking in the common room. Intuition tells me that if we want to go looking for a plot of some kind, there is where we'll find it. Here, Jareth, take this rod of detection. Obviously, don't go waving it in everyone's face, but it may help you discover what is really going on here. In order to use it, just hold it in your hand. The rod will glow if you are in the presence of something concealed by magic. Take your time and see what you can come up with. I've got that feeling about the Blackstone Inn, and I'm seldom wrong about these things. I'll be back as soon as I discover something. Rod of detection, eh? Well, we'll definitely be going in there. It literally looks like a club, but I have a feeling we need to go downstairs for this. Either way, let's get out of here. It's a lot of running around to investigate things, I have to admit. Also, it was nice, those few random rooms that we were able to do something in. That was a nice little thing. Alright, let's put this in. I have a feeling we need to use it downstairs. Probably by that door. That would make a lot of sense. At least I thought so. Okay, maybe it's not in any of these under rooms down here.
There is something here.
The staff glows in your hand, signaling that a hidden door has been detected. Aha! The secret room. We got a supply crate and a chest. Oh, please open the supply crate for me, thank you. And then we'll check the chest. Scarab of Protection and Ring of Force Shield. +2 armor bonus. Ooh. Oh, I didn't actually take it. So if I wear this... There we go. I don't need a glittering necklace. I'll take the Scarab of Protection. The glittering necklace... You can go ahead and wear it. Now let's see what's in this chest. Key to the sewers. And a note. The plans are going as intended. The operations room has been set up in the sewer under the Blackstone Inn. The key will allow you access to the operations room. We've got it. Do a quick rest. This key probably opens this. There we go. Alright, let me drop a save. Alright, in we shall go. We're in the sewers. Oh. What are we finding? Huh, it's only a matter of time before we crush Daggerford. Uh-oh. Those fools have no idea what's in store for them. Huh, that Bugo is a character, ain't he? Ah, Teshlang, you're late again. We were... Hey, who are you? Get him! Okay, I don't know who you are, but we are going to kill you. Genterim? I didn't expect Genterim, I can say that much. Come on, make sure Perfin doesn't die. Okay, that one's down. Come on, finish off that agent. Okay, still has a little bit of protection. Alright, and he's gonna die any moment. There we go. Right, that was quite a thing. We'll loot what bodies we can. Got a chest here.
Right, I can do that.
That would be appreciated, thank you. Choking powder.
There you go.
Charm person or animal and choking powder. We've got lesser amulet of fire resistance. Potion of Clarity, gold piece, and gloves of swordplay. Not what I was hoping for. And here we have a green stone and a Gentarim note. This note is sealed with a thin strip of red wax. Cracking open the wax seal reveals the evil plans of a nefarious organization called the Gentarim. The Gentarim, also known as the Black Network, is an evil organization seeking to dominate the lands from the Moonsea to the Sword Coast. Working in secret, these Gentarim have prepared weapons and armor for a rampaging army of orcs, and they've even struck a deal with the devil. At the bottom of the note, there is also mention of a secret Gentarim base somewhere in the region. Yeah, that's something we need to do something about. Okay. So, you can take these gloves of swordplay, and I will also let you have the Lesser Amulet of Fire Resistance. I'll put the choking powder in here, and the rest of this is all stuff we can sell, I think. Actually, I just had a thought. Can I... it would be odd. I'll probably put it somewhere. But we've managed to acquire something. Let's go report in.
Have something to say.
Onwards this way. I'll sell the few things I've picked up on the way. Uh-oh. Stop him! Oh, is that the guy they were looking for? Please let me alone. Please! No mercy for you, Wickers. Does Wickers have the book? Yes, I found the book. Report to Captain Dratharian immediately.
Yes, sir.
That's a little concerning. Well, we found Wickers. I feel like maybe we should talk to Captain Dratharian.
This town seems reasonably well defended against bandit rabble. I wonder how the militia would fare against an army's assault.
I don't know that answer. Captain Dratharian?
Can I not have a quiet moment to myself? I thought our business together was concluded.
You really need to work on your manner, Captain. I was just leaving. Okay, nothing else there. Oh, didn't mean to click on that. Okay, well, let's go report into her. I just need to wear the damn thing again. Oh, damn it. Also, I just realized, hold on. You there, you there. I don't know if the rod of detection... It's 3 pounds. I'll put it away somewhere. Alright, equip that. Let me in. Thank you. Put the regular armor back on. Put that in there. Let's go again. Hello, Astriel, once more.
Go your investigations of the
Tell her
Blackstone.
about your discovery at the Blackstone Inn.
Centaur. Great. Could things have turned out any worse?
Tarrasque mating season discovered at the Happy Cow.
Well, at least we'd go out with a bang, eh? So, the Duke is killed in suspicious circumstances, and the Zentarum are moving weapons and armor through town with no questions being asked by the authorities. Orcs and pirate captains, too? A great little nest of adders we have discovered. Wait, did you hear that?
Hmm?
Shh. I thought I heard voices in the hallway.
That's concerning.
Listen, someone is at the door.
I have the oils and perfumes that you ordered, my lady.
Concerning.
I did not order any oils. You were followed.
Uh-oh.
Yes, as you should.
More Gentarim. Almost. Got him. So how did they get past the doorman? They aren't wearing fancy outfits.
It would appear that it is time for me to disappear into Daggerford. Not the easiest of tasks, but I have my ways. I've heard that the town gates have finally been opened, so you are now free to leave Daggerford and continue investigating the areas around it. I'll be in touch with you as soon as I'm able.
I am sure more clues as to what the Gentarim want with Daggerford await you. Follow up on the farmer's problems in Liam's Hold, stay flexible, and take things from there. Most importantly, however, do not lose heart. My feeling is that we shall be able to find your Talaren. All is not lost, of that I am certain.
I still owe you some coin for all you've done for me. Please take this with my blessing. Now I must go. I'll find you once it is safe for me to do so. Fare thee well, friend.
Right, on it. We leveled up, which means Champion of Torm. Again, level 2. So we want point in Discipline, point in... Can't put a point in Persuade. Son of a bitch. Well, I'm going to hold on to these points until I can improve Persuade more. Well, I have Sacred Defense. +1 to all saving throws for every 2 levels of Champion of Torm. Okay, what am I going to want here? I have Weapon Focus. Thug is a pretty good one, I'll take that. And then it's a fighter skill. Blind Fight. Blind Fight is actually a good one. Okay, there we go. Do you have anything to say? Stop and talk. Yeah, I want to know a bit more about you. If I know what motivates you, it will be easier to see that your needs are met. I hail from the Omnian town of Kexzula, though I haven't been there in quite some time. My former occupation was captain of the Kexzula Gem Guard. I didn't realize I never talked to her. What is a Gem Guard? The mines of Kexzula produce a significant number of valued gems. So great are the profits that the town elders commissioned a military unit specifically tasked with guarding the mines. You tell me about Kexzula. You've never heard of Kexzula? Well, it's a town governed by greed. The gem mines lie at the center of all theological and political activities within the town. There is but one deity worshipped in Kexzula, Timora, who grants wealth to the lucky. If you don't mind, I prefer not to continue this line of questioning. What else do you wish to discuss? What is the Gem Guard? The mine of Kexzula... Okay. You said you were a captain within the Gem Guard. What happened? I stopped being captain. Did you leave willingly? I mentioned to you before how words are weapons that can be turned back upon their owner. Perhaps once I have a better sense of your character, I may relate to you a bit more about my precipitous decline. Until then, I hope I've allayed any misgivings you have about my motives and sense of duty. You have, for now. That is good. Now, unless you have further questions, let us continue our task.
We would do better.
Okay, what about you, Perfbin?
Is there talk? But we seek
What part of the realms do you call
and
home?
talk.
Home is wherever I can find a safe place to sleep, I suppose. Perfbin chuckles, but a silent tear forms, unbidden in one eye. He wipes it away nonchalantly and sighs. Ah, well, the Dugric clan's burrows lie somewhere to the south. Why did you leave home? Why does any young and able-bodied gnome leave the security of hearth and home? Why, to seek adventure, of course. What was your family like? My Retzotner Dugric was the most amazing gnome you could ever meet. Why, his knowledge of cogs was unsurpassed in our whole clan. Whenever Grandad came to visit, Mother cooked my favorite dessert, tinkle mushroom pudding. He once built the most amazing flying machines out of twigs, grease, and cogs. Oh, it was a grand invention. The whole borough could not stop talking about it for weeks. A machine that flies. When Grandad started up the cogs and started her up, she made a clattering racket which sent all of the children shrieking for their mothers. Ah, what a grand day that was. Perffin's eyes are alight with mirth and fond memories. The greatest moment of my childhood was when Grandad invited me to sit beside him in the cockpit of his glorious invention. My heart raced as he gave the cogs one last crank, and we soared off high into the sky. Amazing. Where did you fly? Oh, we only flew a few feet before one of the master cogs gave out. Grandad wanted to make repairs, but we were all laughing too much and had to stop. Ah, that was a fine day indeed. You must have loved your Grandad very much. Yes, I had forgotten the joys of life in the burrows. I thank you for allowing me to revisit some very fond memories. Perfin wipes a tear from his eye and sighs deeply. Now, is that all you wish of me, lad?
Yes.
Okay.
He's tall.
So I guess we gained some influence with him.
Yes, what we would do better.
And I didn't gain influence with her. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. So I have a feeling I'm not going to need some of these things anymore.
I greet you.
Either way, mission accomplished. I do think we should rest. Perfin has been wounded, it seems. And we don't have the club anymore. Okay. And we are allowed to leave now, it also seems. Alright, let's go into the blade here. Sell these few random items I picked up.
Yeah. I.
Boop, boop, boop. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need a lot of these things. I'll hold on to the knockout drops, but I'll drop the notes. Gonna hold on to the cap. Hold on to those things, just in case. Who knows? Right. Of all things to yell. I'm surprised there aren't any sewer grates that we can actually go into. I think we could. And I assume we're allowed to leave now.
Well met.
Now that the situation with the escaped prisoner has been dealt with, the gates are open once again. I wonder what book they were trying to gather. That leaves me curious. Anyway. I just want to see what happens if we leave. We have a world map. So we've got the Western Farmlands, Daggerford, the Eastern Farmlands, and Liam's Hold. Welcome to the world map. For those of you familiar with the Baldur's Gate world map system, this world map works just the same. The world map will appear when you leave an area, so you can decide which area you want to travel to next. Each area is represented by an icon on the world map. Most of these area icons are hidden and invisible at the start of the game. You must explore the many areas of the world to uncover new icons on the map. Once you have visited an area, the icon for that area becomes visible. Visible icons appear in color on the map, and you can always quickly and easily travel to any of these known locales from any other area on the map. When you leave an area, you may uncover a hidden adjoining area. The icon for this area will be revealed. Revealed icons appear as gray and flashing on the map. You must travel to revealed areas directly by entering that area from an adjoining area's connecting exit. For example, if a revealed icon appears to the west of a visible icon, i.e. your current area, you may only reach this current area by traveling via your current area's western exit. NPCs may reveal hidden areas by marking them on your map for you. If you wish to reach a distant area revealed by an NPC, then you must travel in that direction, adventuring through the areas that lie between. We hope these instructions will help you in your travels. So we have the Western Farmlands, Eastern Farmlands, and Liam's Hold. Let me look at my quests. So, overall, let's look at all the quests. Talaren. We need to wait to find out anything there. A Mad Miller. A grain shortage. Check in with Daggerford's chief grain provider, a sanguine fellow named Fern, who runs the gristmill in the farmlands east of Daggerford. So the East Farmlands. We got something there for a grain shortage. Paradis the Great. Him, we need to go to the farmlands west of Daggerford. For the cattle rustling, that's to the south. The village of Liam's Hold. Okay. Border dispute. The area known as the Lonely Barrens. Okay, we haven't found that yet. An outbreak of vampirism in Gillian's Hill. Let's see. Vladimir wants me to deal with something also in Gillian's Hill. Let's see. The map for Fernigold. A wilderness area east of Liam's Hold. And the missing chest somewhere to the west of Daggerford. Nastriel will be somewhere. So it seems like the main quest continues on down in Liam's Hold, but we have a quest in the Eastern Farmlands and 2 in the Western Farmlands. So I think what we'll do is we'll head to the Western Farmlands first, but we'll do that in the next episode because this one's gone on about long enough and this seems like a place to pause. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Jareth, Loreni, Perfbin, and Reagan. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Darkness over Daggerford, and I shall see you all next time.